It was one of those rare TV appearances that starts like every other routine press junket, filled with bright studio lights, overly cheerful hosts, and carefully rehearsed PR answers. Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai sat side by side, looking effortless yet subtly guarded, fully aware of the millions of eyes tracking their every single movement. They were there to promote their latest drama, a project that had already set social media ablaze with rumors about their off-screen chemistry. At first, the interview followed the expected script, with polite smiles, gentle laughter, and rehearsed anecdotes about long shooting days and funny bloopers on set. But as the host began diving deeper into the emotional layers of their characters, the atmosphere in the room shifted almost imperceptibly. What was supposed to be a standard promotional event suddenly began to feel less like a public interview and far more like an intimate conversation happening between two people who had forgotten the cameras were even rolling. The shift happened during a simple question about how they managed to portray such raw, believable devotion on screen. Zhao Jinmai glanced over at Song Weilong, her usual calm composure flickering for just a fraction of a second. Instead of offering a quick, generic answer about acting techniques or script quality, she paused, her expression softening into something far more tender. Song Weilong, who is usually known for his calm, quiet, and somewhat distant demeanor during media appearances, turned his head to look directly at her, ignoring the interviewer entirely. In that quiet beat, the playful banter vanished, replaced by an intense, unspoken dynamic that had the entire studio crew holding their breath. He leaned in slightly, his voice dropping into a lower, gentler tone as he spoke about how working together had blurred the lines between the story they were telling and the reality they were living every day. As the interview progressed, the unspoken feelings that had been building up throughout their time filming together seemed to break through the professional boundaries. Song Weilong began reflecting on specific moments from the set, recalling late-night shoots in the cold where Zhao Jinmai's presence was the only thing that kept him grounded. He didn't speak in terms of character names or plot lines anymore, he spoke directly about her, praising her strength, her quiet warmth, and the way she made him feel seen in a way no one else ever had. Zhao Jinmai listened intently, her eyes glistening slightly under the harsh studio lights, occasionally nodding or offering a soft, breathless laugh that betrayed just how deeply his words were hitting her. It was clear to anyone watching that this was no longer a scripted performance, but a genuine, unfiltered confession of deep emotional reliance and affection that had grown in secret behind the scenes. The tension in the room reached its absolute peak when the host, sensing the weight of the moment, asked if those deep feelings extended beyond the final call of cut. Instead of deflecting with a witty joke or falling back on a safe corporate response, Song Weilong looked right into Zhao Jinmai's eyes and admitted that the hardest part of finishing the project wasn't leaving the story behind, but the terrifying thought of returning to a life where he didn't get to wake up and see her every day. Zhao Jinmai, visibly moved by his honesty, reached out and gently rested her hand near his, admitting softly that her heart had belonged to him long before she even realized it herself. That quiet, beautiful exchange sent shockwaves through the fandom, instantly transforming a routine publicity interview into one of the most unforgettable, emotionally charged moments in modern entertainment history, proving that sometimes the greatest love stories aren't the ones written in a script, but the ones that quietly come to life when the world isn't looking.